Hi everyone, welcome to QuickSummary. Today we're discussing The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, published in 2001. This book explores the concept of seduction in a broad sense, beyond just romance. Greene analyzes different seductive types, such as the siren, charmer, coquette, and star, each representing a distinct way of captivating and influencing others. He uses historical examples to illustrate these types and their tactics. The book also covers behaviors to avoid, which can help readers navigate social interactions more effectively. It's a guide to understanding human psychology and mastering the art of influence in various situations. In this audio summary, we'll break down the key ideas from the book. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Lesson 1. Types of seductive characters. In the world of seduction, people exhibit different styles that define how they attract others, each with its unique charm. The siren is often a woman whose mysterious and sexually charismatic presence draws others in, captivating them with her allure. The rake, typically a man, focuses intensely on the object of his desire, making them feel exceptionally wanted and special. The ideal lover embodies the fantasy of their target, presenting themselves as the perfect match by understanding and fulfilling their desires. The dandy stands out by blending traditional gender roles with an unconventional charm, creating a distinctive appeal. On the other hand, the natural attracts others with their free-spirited nature, innocence, and spontaneity. The charmer uses their insight into human nature to make others feel valued and special, while the charismatic draws people in with their strong and magnetic personality. The star shines with a compelling allure that others admire and aspire to, and the coquette creates intrigue by playing with others' emotions in a playful and elusive manner. Each of these styles offers a unique approach to seduction, making the experience diverse and fascinating. Lesson 2. Types of seductive characters. The siren. A siren, when it comes to seduction, is typically a woman who is incredibly captivating and confident. She has a magnetic presence that draws people in with her strong sexual allure. Her charm lies in making others feel exceptionally desired, which boosts their attraction to her. Even though she maintains a bit of distance and keeps an air of mystery, this only increases her appeal. By creating an enchanting and intriguing fantasy world, she captures people's imaginations and pulls them into her spell. It's her ability to enchant and fascinate that makes the siren so compelling. Lesson 3. Types of seductive characters. The rake. The rake is usually a man who is deeply passionate and openly expresses his intense desire. He has a strong attraction to beauty and is known for his enthusiastic approach to love and life. His charm comes from making someone feel like they are the center of his attention, creating an intense and focused connection. This powerful attention, combined with a bit of risk or danger from his reputation, makes him very appealing. Even though his attention might be temporary, the excitement and feeling of being deeply wanted are what make the rake so irresistible. Lesson 4. Types of seductive characters. The ideal lover. The ideal lover is someone who is very skilled at figuring out what others want and need. They have a talent for becoming exactly the kind of partner someone dreams about. Almost like a perfect match, they can sense what's missing in a person's life, whether it's excitement, love, understanding, or companionship, and then they present themselves as the answer to those needs. By embodying the qualities that their target longs for, they create the feeling of completeness and make people feel like their deepest wishes are being fulfilled. Their charm comes from this ability to reflect and fulfill what others desire most, making them feel truly understood and valued. Lesson 5. Types of seductive characters. The dandy. The dandy is a seducer who stands out by breaking the usual rules and expectations. They mix traditional gender roles and societal norms, creating a sense of mystery and intrigue. The dandy is often very stylish and flamboyant, focusing on their own unique appearance and taste. Their charm comes from being different and the excitement of the unexpected. They project an image of freedom, making others feel like they can escape from societal pressures. What makes the dandy appealing is their ability to be distinct and not conform to ordinary standards, which draws people in and makes them fascinating. Lesson 6. Types of seductive characters. The natural. The natural is someone who attracts others with their genuine and carefree nature. Unlike those who are more strategic or calculated, the natural has a childlike innocence and charm. They appeal to our desire for simplicity and straightforwardness. Their open, playful, and spontaneous demeanor makes them refreshing to be around, as if they offer a break from the complexities of life. The natural captivates people by just being themselves, without trying too hard or putting on a show. Their effortless charm and authenticity are what make them so attractive. Lesson 7. Types of seductive characters. The coquette. The coquette is skilled at creating a mix of attraction and distance. They draw people in with their charm, but then keep them at a teasing distance, making others work to win their attention. They are experts at staying mysterious and intriguing, which makes people want them even more. The coquette's playful flirtation can be both exciting and a bit frustrating, and this is where their allure comes from. They understand that the excitement of pursuing someone can be even more appealing than actually getting to know them. By staying a little elusive and never fully revealing themselves, the coquette keeps people continuously intrigued and desirous. Lesson 8. Types of seductive characters. The charmer. A charmer attracts people by understanding them well and making them feel good about themselves. Instead of relying on mystery or allure, charmers focus on making others feel important and valued. They are great at listening and communicating, showing warmth and understanding. They handle conflicts smoothly and get along well with different types of people. Their supportive and agreeable nature helps build a sense of comfort and trust. What makes a charmer special is their ability to create a positive and uplifting atmosphere, making others feel appreciated and noticed. Their charm is all about making others feel good, not about showing off their own qualities. Lesson 9. Types of seductive characters. The charismatic. A charismatic person grabs attention with their strong presence and magnetic personality. They are very confident and passionate, often sharing their exciting ideas and visions with others. Their natural ability to inspire and energize people makes them stand out and be remembered. When you interact with a charismatic person, you feel motivated and uplifted. Their charm comes from their powerful energy, strong character, and the way they make others feel better and more excited. By the way, if you're finding this summary helpful and want more content like this, comment "more" below. Let's keep going. Lesson 10. Types of seductive characters. The star. A star is someone who stands out with their unique and captivating qualities. They attract attention because of their glamour, style, or exceptional talent. Stars have a special charm and a sense of exclusivity that makes them seem larger than life. They draw people in with their bright energy and the feeling that they live an exciting, glamorous life. Their allure comes from creating a sense of wonder and fascination, making others look up to them and aspire to be like them. Their ability to capture and hold attention while inspiring others through their example is what makes them so attractive. Lesson 11. Phases of seduction. Seduction is often seen as a gradual process rather than something that happens suddenly. It starts with the seducer choosing the right person, someone who is likely to be affected by their charms. They first create a sense of safety to make the target comfortable. Then, they send mixed signals to spark curiosity and interest. Next, the seducer presents themselves as the ideal partner, making the target feel a strong desire. They hint at their interest while carefully drawing the target into their world, creating a tempting allure. Throughout this process, the seducer keeps the target guessing, mixing familiarity with unexpected surprises. They use emotional language, pay attention to small details, and make their presence feel special. Sometimes, they show vulnerability to make the target feel unique and play with the line between reality and fantasy. They might also try to isolate the target from their everyday life, making their interactions feel like an escape. The seducer might express their love or commitment and evoke feelings of nostalgia to deepen the target's longing. They maintain their allure by breaking norms and boundaries, using physical attraction, taking calculated risks, and carefully handling the aftermath. By following these steps, the seducer creates a powerful and irresistible connection. Lesson 12. Choose the right victim. The first step in seduction is picking the right person to target. This doesn't mean the person is powerless, but rather someone who is more likely to respond to your charm and approach. This person might have specific needs or desires that make them more open to your advances. They could be looking for excitement, craving attention, or needing validation. To find the right person, you need to be observant, empathetic, and understand what drives human behavior. Lesson 13. Create a false sense of security. A key part of seduction is making the other person feel safe and comfortable around you. To do this, you should be friendly, non-threatening, and show that you understand and care about them. The goal is to help them relax and let their guard down, which makes it easier for you to influence their feelings. You want them to feel accepted and valued, creating a sense of trust and connection. This approach is about building a genuine relationship where the person feels free to open up, setting the stage for a deeper attraction. Lesson 14. Send mixed signals. Sending mixed signals is a tactic used in seduction to create mystery and keep the other person intrigued. It involves alternating between being warm and attentive one moment and distant or reserved the next. This unpredictability makes the other person curious and eager to understand why your behavior changes. By not being too clear or predictable, you become more fascinating. This approach keeps the other person engaged as they try to figure out your true intentions, making them more interested in you. It's the mix of showing interest and then pulling back that keeps them hooked and wanting to learn more. Lesson 15. Appear to be an object of desire. Appearing as an object of desire is a technique used to make yourself seem highly attractive and sought after. This means showing off qualities that others might find appealing, such as good looks, intelligence, confidence, or charm. By presenting yourself as someone who is desirable, you create a sense of value and make others want you more. People are often drawn to what seems popular or hard to get, so when you seem like someone others want, it increases your appeal. This strategy works because people tend to desire what they see as valuable or in demand. Lesson 16. Create a need. Creating a need in someone's mind is a powerful seduction technique. It involves finding or hinting at something the other person is missing or wanting, then presenting yourself as the answer to that need. This need could be emotional, like wanting validation or companionship, or psychological, like seeking excitement or new experiences. By offering to fulfill this need, you make yourself seem very important to them. The lesson is to make them feel that they need you, so much so that your absence would create a noticeable emptiness. This method works well because people naturally seek to satisfy their needs and desires. Lesson 17. Master the art of insinuation. Mastering the art of insinuation involves influencing someone in a subtle way. Instead of being direct, you suggest ideas or feelings that make the other person think about them. For example, you might hint that you like them, drop subtle compliments, or suggest exciting possibilities for the future. This technique helps spark their imagination and desire without being too obvious. By letting them read between the lines, they may think these ideas came from them, making the interaction feel more natural and intriguing. Insinuation creates a sense of mystery and shared secrets, which can be very engaging and effective. Lesson 18. Enter their spirit. Entering someone's spirit means really understanding and connecting with their emotions and outlook on life. This involves seeing things from their perspective, validating their feelings, and aligning with their expectations. When you deeply connect with someone this way, they feel truly seen and appreciated. It's not about copying them, but about genuinely empathizing and relating to them. By doing this, you become a comforting and familiar presence in their life, offering a connection that goes beyond just physical attraction and taps into deeper emotional bonds. Lesson 19. Create temptation. Creating temptation is a key part of seduction. It means making someone feel a strong desire for something, whether it's you or something you represent. You can do this by showing them something they want, presenting yourself as that ideal they crave, or hinting at the excitement they could experience if they give in to their desires. The goal is to build up their anticipation and curiosity, making them really want what you're offering. The lesson of something being forbidden or just out of reach can make the temptation even stronger. The key is not to fulfill their desire right away, keeping the excitement and allure of the chase alive. Lesson 20. Keep them in suspense. Keeping someone in suspense is a key part of seduction. It means creating a sense of excitement and curiosity by being unpredictable and not revealing everything at once. This can involve changing how you act, sharing information slowly, or adding surprises to your interactions. The lesson is to keep the other person guessing and eager to learn more. This sense of mystery and uncertainty makes them more interested and excited, as they want to uncover what happens next. By maintaining this suspense, you keep their attention and attraction over time. Lesson 21. Use the demonic power of words. Using the demonic power of words means harnessing language to charm and influence someone. Words can be very powerful. They can evoke emotions, create vivid images, and set a particular mood. Mastering this involves choosing your words carefully to get the reaction you want. For example, you can use words to compliment, comfort, excite, or intrigue someone. The lesson is to be aware of how your words affect the other person and to select them thoughtfully to fit the situation. The demonic power is not about anything harmful, but about the strong, captivating effect that skillful language can have. It's about making your words enchanting and unforgettable. Lesson 22. Pay attention to detail. Paying attention to detail is crucial in seduction. It means noticing and valuing the small things about the other person, like their likes, habits, or unique traits. This could involve remembering their favorite food, noticing changes in their appearance, or appreciating their special way of thinking. When you show that you've observed these details, it demonstrates genuine interest and care. This attentiveness helps personalize your interactions, making them feel special and valued. It also deepens your connection by showing that you're willing to put in effort to understand them better. This kind of attention makes the other person feel recognized and appreciated, which increases your attractiveness. Lesson 23. Poeticize your presence. Poeticizing your presence means making yourself seem special and captivating to the person you're interested in. It involves turning everyday actions, words, and even silence into something intriguing and beautiful. This could be through a memorable gesture, a unique style, or a charming way of speaking. The aim is to create an aura around yourself that draws attention and sparks curiosity. By making your presence enchanting and delightful, you become more memorable and intriguing, which can lead to increased admiration and desire. Lesson 24. Disarm through strategic weakness and vulnerability. Disarming through strategic weakness and vulnerability means showing your own flaws or insecurities to make yourself seem more real and relatable. By revealing these aspects, you humanize yourself, making others feel more comfortable and inclined to connect with you. It can also trigger their protective instincts, making them feel valued and needed. However, this doesn't mean you should appear helpless or pitiful. Instead, it's about being honest and open, allowing the other person to see the real you and build a deeper, more emotional connection. This approach helps to create trust and empathy, which can make you more attractive and strengthen your bond. Lesson 25. Confuse desire and reality. Confusing desire and reality in seduction means mixing what's real with what's imagined to create an enticing fantasy. This could involve presenting yourself as mysterious or intriguing, tapping into the other person's dreams and desires, or creating situations that feel dreamlike or surreal. The goal is to captivate their imagination and emotions, making them more drawn to the seductive experience. This approach plays on people's attraction to the mysterious and extraordinary, making the seduction more captivating and irresistible. Lesson 26. Isolate the victim. Isolating the person in seduction means creating a private, focused space where you can spend time together without outside distractions. It's about making them feel special and valued by giving them your undivided attention. This could be through planning activities just for the two of you, or having deep, personal conversations that strengthen your bond. It doesn't mean completely removing them from their daily life or social circles, but rather setting up moments where your connection feels unique and significant. This helps to make your interactions more memorable and meaningful. Lesson 27. Prove yourself. Proving yourself in seduction means showing through your actions and behavior that you are deserving of the other person's interest and affection. Instead of just making promises or talking about your feelings, you demonstrate your value by being dependable, understanding, and respectful. Show the qualities they admire, like confidence, intelligence, or kindness, by investing time, effort, and genuine emotions into your relationship. You build trust and admiration. This approach helps make you more appealing and attractive to them. Lesson 28. Affect a regression. Affecting a regression in seduction means helping someone tap into their childhood memories or feelings to make them feel comforted and nostalgic. The goal is to help them reconnect with simpler, happier times from their past, which can be both soothing and appealing. You might do this by talking about their favorite childhood experiences or appealing to their younger self's desires. This approach can make them feel youthful and valued, which can increase your attractiveness. It can also create a stronger emotional bond, as sharing and reflecting on personal memories can build intimacy and trust. However, it's important to be sensitive and respectful when using this method, as it involves touching on personal and potentially vulnerable parts of their past. Lesson 29. Stir up the transgressive and taboo. Stirring up the transgressive and taboo involves creating excitement by doing things that go against social norms or exploring things considered forbidden. This approach is appealing because it brings a sense of adventure and the thrill of the unknown. It could be as simple as breaking a minor rule, like going on a spontaneous late-night outing, or it might involve deeper, more significant taboos. The key is to make these actions exciting without crossing boundaries or making the other person uncomfortable. It's important to be mindful of personal limits and ensure everything remains consensual. When done carefully, this strategy can add a sense of thrill and unpredictability to your interactions, making you more captivating and attractive. Lesson 30. Use spiritual lures. Using spiritual lures involves connecting with someone on a deeper, more meaningful level, beyond just physical attraction. This means showing qualities like wisdom, kindness, or inner peace. You might talk about philosophical ideas or demonstrate acts of compassion. The goal is to create a strong, soulful bond that resonates with the person's core beliefs and values. This type of connection can be very powerful and lasting. However, it's important to be sincere and genuine when engaging on this level. Trying to manipulate or deceive someone in this context can lead to mistrust and disappointment. Lesson 31. Mix pleasure with pain. Mixing pleasure with pain involves creating a mix of enjoyable and challenging experiences to make emotions more intense. If everything is always pleasurable, it can become predictable and dull. By adding a bit of discomfort or suspense, you can make the good moments feel even better and keep the other person more engaged. This doesn't mean causing real harm, but introducing small elements of uncertainty or excitement, like a bit of jealousy or waiting for a reward, can make the overall experience more thrilling. This technique keeps the seduction dynamic and emotionally captivating by balancing moments of pleasure with just enough tension. Lesson 32. Give them space to fall. The lesson of giving someone space to fall is about letting them be part of the attraction process. Instead of being constantly available, you create a mix of presence and absence. By being appealing but not always around, you make them want to come closer and invest their feelings. It's like a dance where you occasionally pull away, which makes them miss you and want you more. This method helps them feel like they are choosing to get close to you on their own, which can make their feelings stronger and more genuine. But it's important not to be so distant that they think you're not interested. Balancing your presence and absence carefully can make the attraction grow. Lesson 33. Use physical lures. Physical lures are key in seduction and involve more than just looks. They include how you present yourself, your style, and how you use body language. It's about highlighting your best features and keeping an appealing presence. Things like your posture, the tone of your voice, and your movements can create a strong attraction. Small gestures, like a touch or a meaningful glance, can convey powerful messages and often have a greater impact than words. This approach focuses on using nonverbal communication to attract and fascinate someone, making your presence irresistible. Lesson 34. Master the art of the bold move. In attracting someone, it's not just about being charming or playful. Sometimes, making a bold move can really change the game. This doesn't mean doing something extreme, but rather taking a confident step that clearly shows your interest. For example, it might be giving an unexpected compliment, sharing something personal, or making a thoughtful gesture that reveals your true feelings. The bold move should be surprising and exciting, but it must also feel genuine and well-timed. If done right, it can turn casual flirting into something more serious. It shows the other person that you're really interested, making them more receptive to the attraction. Lesson 35. Beware of the after effect. In the process of seduction, it's important to think about what happens after your actions. Seduction involves stirring emotions, and these emotions can lead to unexpected results. After making a move, like confessing feelings or showing extra kindness, you need to be aware of the possible changes it might bring. For example, confessing feelings might make you closer, but it could also shift the balance between you, causing discomfort. Similarly, a kind gesture might be appreciated, but could also create high expectations for the future. The key is to consider how your actions might affect the relationship over time. Just like throwing a stone into a pond creates ripples that spread out, your actions in seduction can have long-lasting effects. Being mindful of these potential outcomes helps you maintain a positive connection and navigate the complexities of attraction. Lesson 36. Anti-seductive behaviors. In the process of attraction and charm, certain behaviors can actually push people away instead of drawing them in. These are called anti-seductive behaviors. Imagine a peacock that starts making loud, irritating noises. Its beauty gets overshadowed, and it loses the attention it was trying to attract. Similarly, anti-seductive behaviors disrupt the attraction you're trying to build. One example is being too nosy or pushy. If you constantly ask personal questions or invade someone's space, it makes them uncomfortable and can quickly kill any budding attraction. Another issue is being overly controlling or domineering. While confidence is attractive, trying to force your views or decisions on someone can ruin the appeal. Negativity is another problem. Constantly complaining or focusing on problems can make you seem less charming and more off-putting. In short, while attraction relies on charm and mystery, anti-seductive behaviors are like off-key notes in music, ruining the harmony and making it harder to maintain a captivating presence. Lesson 37. The Brute. In the world of attraction, the brute is a term for a type of behavior that undermines the subtle and delicate nature of seduction. Imagine a delicate flower that opens gently to attract bees and butterflies. If someone were to forcefully open the flower, it would damage its beauty and appeal. This is similar to how the brute disrupts the process of seduction. The brute is characterized by a lack of subtlety and finesse. Their approach is often too direct and forceful, missing the mystery and charm that make seduction appealing. They tend to rush things and push too hard, which can make others feel uncomfortable or even frightened. Being overly aggressive or impatient breaks the balance between showing interest and maintaining some distance, which is crucial for building attraction. In short, the brute fails to understand that seduction is about creating intrigue and mystery gradually. They confuse being forceful with being assertive and being direct with being honest. This disrupts the smooth and engaging flow that makes seduction an art. Lesson 38. Anti-seductive behaviors. The suffocator. Imagine being stuck in a crowded, dense forest where the trees are so close together that it's hard to move or breathe. That's what it feels like to be around someone who can be described as the suffocator in relationships. This type of person can overwhelm others with their constant need for closeness and attention. Suffocators often don't respect personal space. They may become overly eager, always available, and too involved in your life too quickly. This behavior can feel intrusive, making others feel like they need more space. They often act this way out of a fear of being abandoned and a strong need for validation. They might constantly text, call, or check in, which can feel like they're trying to control or monitor you. Instead of making you feel warmly cared for, their attention can feel overwhelming and suffocating. This intense need for closeness can make the attraction process feel like a high-pressure situation, removing the mystery and excitement that make relationships interesting. Their excessive neediness can push people away rather than drawing them in, as their constant presence overshadows the natural flow of attraction. Lesson 39. Anti-seductive behaviors. The moralizer. Imagine being at a lively carnival full of fun and laughter when suddenly someone steps in and starts lecturing about how wrong and immoral the carnival is. This represents what a moralizer is like, a person who can spoil the enjoyment of any situation with their rigid beliefs and strict attitudes. Moralizers have a very fixed view on what is right and wrong. They strongly hold onto their own values and expect everyone around them to follow these same standards. Their approach is often very rigid, leaving little room for the variety of human experiences and personal choices. When interacting with others, moralizers can seem judgmental and self-righteous. They may criticize or condemn people who don't share their values, making their presence feel confining and restrictive. This can make others feel trapped in their narrow view of what's acceptable. In the context of seduction, moralizers can act as a major buzzkill. Their strictness and judgment can kill the fun and spontaneity that make interactions exciting and engaging. Instead of creating an appealing and mysterious atmosphere, their attitudes can make the experience feel more like a serious lecture, which tends to push people away rather than draw them in. Lesson 40. Anti-seductive behaviors. The tightwad. Imagine you're on a great date where everything seems to be going well, and then the waiter brings the bill. Suddenly, your date becomes very fixated on the cost of each item, scrutinizing every detail. What was once an enjoyable evening now feels awkward and tense. This behavior represents someone known as the tightwad. Tightwads are people who are overly concerned about saving money, to the point where it affects their enjoyment of life and their relationships. In the context of seduction, this can be a problem because seduction often thrives on generosity, spontaneity, and warmth. While being cautious with money can be sensible, tightwads take it to an extreme. Their focus on saving extends beyond just money. It can also affect how they handle their time, emotions, and affection. This can create a feeling of being restricted or not valued. In the attraction game, tightwads might come across as unwilling to invest in the relationship, which can be off-putting. Their excessive frugality might seem like a lack of generosity or commitment, leading to dissatisfaction and a lack of deeper connection. Overall, being too tight-fisted can undermine the playful and engaging nature of seduction, which benefits from openness and a willingness to share. Lesson 41. Anti-seductive behaviors. The bumbler. Imagine a movie character who always seems to mess up, tripping over words, spilling drinks, and generally causing awkward moments. In a comedy, this might be funny, but in real life, especially when trying to attract someone, this kind of behavior might not be as charming. This type of person is known as the bumbler. A bumbler is someone whose actions and words often lead to awkward situations or misunderstandings. They may mean well, but their attempts often come off clumsy, creating confusion or discomfort rather than intrigue. Their well-intentioned efforts might end up causing annoyance or embarrassment. While their awkwardness can seem endearing at first, if it happens too often, it can become frustrating and tiring. It might also make them seem inconsiderate or unaware, which can be a barrier to forming a strong connection. Being a bumbler doesn't mean someone is always physically clumsy. It refers to anyone who repeatedly disrupts interactions with poor timing, inappropriate comments, or a lack of consideration. This kind of behavior can make it hard to create the smooth, engaging connection that's often needed for successful attraction. Lesson 42. Anti-seductive behaviors. The windbag. The term windbag describes someone who talks a lot, often about themselves, without considering if the other person is interested. In terms of making interactions attractive and engaging, being a windbag is counterproductive. A windbag takes up all the conversation space, leaving little room for others to share their thoughts. This makes them seem self-centered, as they focus more on talking about themselves rather than listening to others. Good conversations are balanced, with both people sharing and listening. When someone dominates the conversation, it disrupts this balance. The other person may feel ignored or disconnected, which can hinder building a strong connection. It's important to share personal stories and feelings to build rapport, but it should be done in a way that invites the other person to engage and show interest in their perspective. Windbag behavior can also come across as being out of touch with social cues. It might suggest a lack of emotional intelligence, which involves knowing when to speak and when to listen. To build attraction and connection, it's crucial to ensure that the conversation flows both ways. Lesson 43. Anti-seductive behaviors. The reactor. A reactor is someone who mostly just responds to what others do or say, rather than taking the lead or starting things themselves. This can come across as a lack of confidence or assertiveness. If someone is always reacting rather than initiating, they might seem indecisive or insecure, which can make them less appealing. In contrast, being proactive and decisive is often seen as attractive. It shows confidence and the ability to take charge. This doesn't mean being pushy or ignoring others' opinions, but rather balancing your own ideas with respect for what others think. To avoid coming across as a reactor, It's helpful to be more active in conversations, share your own opinions, and take the initiative when needed. This shift from just reacting to actively participating can make you seem more confident and engaging. Lesson 44. Anti-seductive behaviors. The vulgarian. Vulgarian behavior refers to acting in a way that's crude or lacking in manners and sophistication. This can make someone less appealing. For example, if a person frequently uses rude language or makes insensitive jokes, it can come across as disrespectful. It's not just about occasional strong words, but about constantly using vulgar language inappropriately. Additionally, basic manners and etiquette matter. Someone who interrupts others, disregards personal boundaries, or ignores social norms can seem rude. Vulgarian behavior also includes lacking general refinement, like poor hygiene or making crude jokes. To avoid coming across as a vulgarian, it's helpful to practice good manners and be considerate of others. Using language carefully, respecting boundaries, and showing sophistication can greatly improve how others perceive you. While being genuine is important, being mindful of how your behavior affects others can make a positive difference. Lesson 45. Seductive environments. A seductive environment is one that helps set the mood for attraction and connection. It involves more than just the physical space. It also includes the atmosphere, emotions, and overall experience. For example, imagine a room with soft lighting, warm colors, and relaxing music. This setup creates a cozy and intimate atmosphere that encourages deeper conversations and connection. The lesson of a seductive environment extends beyond just a room. It can include any situation or setting that evokes strong feelings or responses.
For example, going on an exciting adventure or participating in a thrilling activity can create a sense of excitement and shared experience, which helps build a bond. Creating a seductive environment means thinking about how everything, surroundings, situation, and experience works together to engage the senses and emotions. It's about making the space inviting and creating memorable experiences that foster connection and openness. Keep in mind that different people are attracted to different things, so it's important to consider individual preferences when setting up such an environment. The key is to make sure it resonates with the person and brings out the desired emotions and reactions. Thanks for tuning in to this quick summary. Did you find this audiobook summary helpful? If you enjoyed this audiobook summary, please like, subscribe, and share with others to help us spread the knowledge.